Good day, this is SciPi here to answer another mathematical question. If you remember in a previous video, we answered the question, why is any number to the 0 power equal to 1? And I really need to go back and explain that word any. We want it to be any number, and there's a but in this, but 0. Now, why is that? Why will this not fit the pattern? So let's go back over here and look at the pattern that we had looked at before. And we noticed that when we went down from 2 to 4, that each time we were multiplying the previous number by 2. And then we looked at, when we go up, we're really dividing by 2 each time, and that's why 2 divided by 2 would give me 1. And we looked at this pattern as well as the pattern of 3. Any number but 0 is what it says here, any number but 0. So why can't we divide by 0? Well, let's think about division and multiplication. What do we know about division and multiplication? Division and multiplication are what we call inverse operations. Division is simply repeated subtraction. Multiplication is repeated addition. So if I have division 12 divided by 3 equals, I'm asking what times 3, what times 3 will give me 12. So this is the inverse. Let's put this up. 12 divided by 2. What does that mean? Good. All right. What times 2 gives me 12? And of course you can see right away that both of these have an answer. We know that 4 times 3 is 12, and we know that 6 times 2 is 12. But what if I had this? 12 divided by 0. I am asking what times 0 will give me 12? Anybody? That's right, there isn't an answer, is there? There is no answer for this, and we say that 0, division by 0, is considered undefined. So we're going to say that anything divided by 0 is undefined. Now I have a lot of students that get mixed up on whether the 0 should be in the numerator or whether 0 should be in the denominator. So let's look at an easy way to remember. If I have 0 in the denominator, I can write no. Numerator, no. I cannot do this. If I have 0 in the numerator, I can write okay. Yes, I can do this. All right, let's go back and let's look at something else. Let's look at squares today. All right, so we've just learned that 0 divided by 0 is undefined. So let's look at, is 0 a square? Let's go over here, and here's our list. We know that 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, and 4 squared is 16. What is a square? Well, what it is, it's making a square. So I can make a square out of one box. That's a square. Now I can make a square using 4 tiles. Let's call these tiles. So we have 2 by 2, or 2 squared is 4. If I want to make 9, I would add a row to each of those. And there is a representation of 3 squared. Let's talk about 0 squared. Let's draw that picture. Here I go. Oh, goodness. How in the world am I going to draw 0 squared? I cannot draw 0 tiles. Therefore, 0 is not considered a square number. How about square root? We look at it like this. And let's say here's our 9. And we know that the square root is 3. But where in the world do we get that? When you're finding square root, you are actually finding one of the sides of the square. That's what square root is. So we know that a 4 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the square root would be 2. But if I have nothing up here, how am I going to take the square root of it? So we know by just drawing models that 0 is not a square number. Good day. I hope I answered a couple of mathematical questions for you today. See you next time.